Shout out to Sherry's Brace for sponsoring this update. It is just a couple days to Christmas, so if you want to get someone something sweet, get them Sherry's Berries. You can get a dozen berries dipped in white milk or dark chocolatey goodness, starting at $19.99 plus shipping. There's just a few days left, so get your order in. Visit berries.com, click the microphone in the top right corner, and enter the no to find our deal. Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley. You guys, this is our last news roundup of 2017. After this, we are out of the office on a break for the next week and a half, until the 2nd anyway. We will still have videos for you guys, a lot of stuff wrapping up 2017, looking ahead to 2018, so we will still have content for you guys. It's just not going to be the news roundups and standalone news pieces you guys are used to getting from us. Honestly, most stuff kind of shuts down between Christmas and New Year's anyway. Everyone's home with family, so they're not saying weird stuff on the internet, and all the games are out, so there's really nothing new broken coming out. That said, if something really crazy happens, we will come in and try and record some news for you. All right? So just so you know what to expect, that's what it's going to look like for the next week and a half. Wow, it's weird to think this is the last roundup for the year. Anyway, let's get to it. We've known that Microsoft is planning on keyboard and mouse support for Xbox One for a while now, but so far we haven't had any indication as to when it's actually coming. However, Microsoft Poland might have just let the cat out of the bag just a tad earlier than intended this week. In a now deleted post, the Polish branch put up an official announcement that keyboard and mouse support is officially ready for Xbox One players. Again, the post is now missing, but it could mean the official announcement is coming very, very soon from Microsoft proper. Maybe it's meant to be like a Christmas present from Microsoft. Here, have a keyboard and mouse. I don't know, maybe PUBG will be playable on Xbox after that. I tease, I know it's early access, but it is still pretty rough. Now, it's not much of a surprise to report that Destiny 2 Guardians are mad about the game again, but it's happening. This time, it's thanks to the game's new winter update, The Dawning. The community has picked apart a bunch of the new items and upgrades from The Dawning, and according to them, it's all about spending money in the Eververse, since most of the items are hidden, once again, behind a paywall. This shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Seasonal Destiny events in the past have done this as well, but it seems that Bungie took it to a new level this time around with seasonal loot boxes not tied to, well, playing the game. If you've been following Destiny 2 news at all, you will know this is far from the first time this has ever happened. Let's just hope that in 2018, Bungie and the players can get back on the same page. They've been making a couple steps in the right direction, but it's like that old song, take one step forward, you take 2 steps back. That feels like what's happening, except less the 80s and more happening now. Now, if you've been feeling salty that The Last Jedi killed off part of your childhood, good news, another part of your childhood is being revived. Where one door closes, another opens. Nintendo has announced that the former magazine, Nintendo Power, is coming back, only now as an official Nintendo podcast. The podcast is hosted by Chris Slade, who formerly helmed Nintendo Power as its editor-in-chief and now serves the company as its manager of corporate communications at Nintendo of America. No word on how often we can expect episodes, but it's going to continue the tradition of cool insider Nintendo features. The first episode is a sit-down with Breath of the Wild creators Eiji Aonuma and Hidemaru Fujibayashi. So, go smash that subscribe button, or, well, that's what everyone is. It's like, hey, smash that like button, smash the subscribe. You gotta smash a lot of stuff, like bros. Now, we've heard almost nothing about the upcoming Resident Evil 2 remake since it was first announced back in 2015, but it might still be on track and not in development hell if recent reports can be believed. Maybe they were just quiet. To be fair, these aren't official reports. Apparently, a Capcom character artist has been commenting on YouTube, refuting the rumors that the game is getting delayed. So, that's something, right? The long-awaited remake has been the subject of rumor on multiple occasions. Just before E3 and late last month, fans were convinced that we were going to get a release date announcement, but yeah, we all know that didn't happen. If it had, we would have told you about it, but it didn't, so we didn't. But maybe not delayed anyway. One of the many games slated for 2018, and maybe one of the most exciting for some of us, was Double Fine's Psychonauts 2, the sequel to the cult classic that came out all the way back in 2005, and some of us have been waiting so very long for a sequel. You want to know how long? 12 years long. However, according to the most recent production update from Psychonauts 2's crowdfunded FIG campaign, it's not coming in 2018 anymore. They wrote in the update, "From those projections, we know that Psychonauts 2 will not be shipping in 2018 like we originally estimated when we published the FIG campaign 2 years ago. We love the game we're making and we want to make sure that Psychonauts 2 is something you'll love too. A game that carries on the legacy of Psychonauts in a meaningful and special way. We are making great progress, but we want to make sure the game has the time it needs to shine. We're sorry that you'll have to wait a little longer than we first estimated, but we're also hopeful that you'll understand it will mean being able to deliver a better game." On the one hand, on the other hand, I do want a game that really lives up to what I loved about Psychonauts. Also, if I learned anything from the issues they had with Broken Age, it's take your time, get it right. The annual Steam Awards list of nominees has been revealed, and as always, it's one of the most creative year-end lists around. They put us to shame. Some of the more notable categories unveiled by Steam include the Choices Matter Award, honoring Witcher 3, Divinity Original Sin 2, and others. Plus the Mom Spaghetti Award for games that are so good they give you a physical reaction. The Labor of Love Award for games that are still nourished by devs years later. The World is Grim Enough Award that honors games that just make you happy, and yeah, plenty of other categories. Voting starts today and runs through January 2nd, along with the Steam Winter Sale, with one category of nominees available for voting for 24 hours at a time. So one of the things that went away recently in a lot of the Steam sales is that feeling of an event of needing to check back, because now they got refunds, they can't really do flash sales. This feels a little bit like they're trying to bring back that event, that check back every day. Check back, there's something new to do that some of those sales used to have. Only this time, it's about voting for end of year stuff in weird categories. I like it. It seems like everyone's got a Battle Royale mode these days. It's gonna be the new Horde mode, I'm telling you now. And now we can add to that list Google. Yep, right now on the company's Santa Tracker site, it's got an in-browser game called Google's Snowball Storm. Like lots of other Battle Royale games, you parachute onto a big-ass landmass, only in this one, you're jumping off Santa's sleigh into a giant iceberg, and then you throw snowballs at other players until there's just one left standing. It's like the really cute version. Oh, and instead of a shrinking blue circle, the iceberg melts. Definitely a nod to the popularity of games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Fortnite Battle Royale, so yeah, give it a try if you're in the mood for some holiday fun and you want that Battle Royale, but cute. The Steam Winter Sale, as we noted, is here because it's the time of the year when PC gamers can feel superior to everyone else and get stuff real cheap, and there are a lot of deals to be had, like Elite Dangerous for $7.50. Dark Souls 3 for $15, Inside for $10. Oh, and the Steam Link, which can wirelessly beam games from the PC to your TV, is a measly $5, which is kind of crazy, honestly. Of course, we've seen Sony and Microsoft roll out their own video game sales this time of year, but Steam remains in a league of its own when it comes to super crazy deals. So go check it out and, feel proud of yourself for being such a cost-savvy PC gamer. You spent enough on your hardware, you don't need to do it on the games. Hey, remember that petition from the angry Star Wars fan to have The Last Jedi removed from official franchise canon? Yeah, well, he wants you to know he takes it back and he's sorry. The man who started the petition, Henry Walsh of California, says now that he was in a bad place when he started the petition. He blamed it on some medical issues that put him on some strong pain meds. He wrote, "I love all the support, but we also know that Disney isn't going to do anything. And with so many people who have much better causes who are struggling to gain attention, it is a shame that this is getting this level of media attention." He urged everyone to instead vote for other petitions on change.org or maybe help someone on a GoFundMe. At any rate, his current petition is almost 50,000 signatures, so apparently some people agree with him. But it also wouldn't be Star Wars if everyone was happy. The reviews are coming in for Bright, the cop movie starring Will Smith and an orc on Netflix, and there was very high hopes for this, but they are not good so far. The Netflix movie is set in an alternate present where humans, elves, orcs, and fairies all live together. Think very Shadowrun, and it's directed by David Ayer, who also made Suicide Squad, which in retrospect should have been a huge red flag. I mean, it was, but we still hoped. Anyway, it looks like Bright is getting some very Suicide Squad-ish reviews from critics. It's currently at a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes. The Wrap said that the movie takes a bunch of gobbledygook from The Lord of the Rings, liquefies it in a blender, and pours it liberally over the same corrupt cop comes to a moral crossroads blueprint that Ayer's been copying since Training Day. Wow, that's savage. Also, can we, like Bright is based on an IP that's actually pretty cool, so we don't need to bring Lord of the Rings into this. You can just like it on its own merits. Anyway, Rolling Stone said, "This is what it looks like when good ideas go bad. A sequel, naturally, has already been greenlit. Go orc yourself, Hollywood." Well, if you're still interested, the movie is out now on Netflix. Good luck. Ben Affleck has once again talked about his desire to direct a Batman film in the most confusing, kind of non-committal weird way. Now, you may remember he was slated to direct The Batman for Warner Brothers, the standalone Batman film for the DCEU, but he stepped aside for War for the Planet of the Apes director Matt Reeves. There's even been talk that Warner Brothers and DC might recast the role for Reeves' standalone Batman movie, but that hasn't been confirmed by the studio. When asked about his involvement by the Daily Sabah, Affleck reiterated his desire to direct a Batman film, saying that when he didn't get the script he felt was right, the studio rebooted the entire project, giving the director's chair to Matt Reeves and starting from scratch on the story. Whether or not he will appear as Batman in any further DCEU movies still kind of seems up in the air. He dodged the question in that same interview, saying, "Everybody involved, we're currently exploring different ways the series could go." Sounds like things are still kind of chaotic in DCEU's world. I know they're trying to make some course corrections following the disappointing box office of Justice League, and that they want to find some way to bring it all together, and they've got all these plans, but they do have a couple more course corrections to make, it sounds like. And it's no secret that Amazon and YouTube have been feuding a little bit lately. It's one of the funner tech feuds, and it just got a little nastier. It all started a few months back when Google pulled support for YouTube from Amazon's Echo Show device and said it was violating its terms of service. Google has also called out Amazon for refusing to sell its products like the Chromecast, Google Home, and Nest. Anyway, it was recently discovered by the TV Answerman blog that Amazon has filed for something called Amazon Tube. So maybe launching a competitor service to YouTube. This is something that people who've been worried by the adpocalypse have certainly been asking for, and Amazon's at a scale to do it, but that name is just a little jab. The application's description says that it would provide non-downloadable pre-recorded audio, visual, and audiovisual works via wireless networks on a variety of topics of general interest. Interesting. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know, maybe this is just Amazon's way of letting Google know that its feelings are hurt. You know, like you push down the person you don't like, that you do like on the playground, and you make them cry. Or maybe they're launching a YouTube competitor, or that's a completely different thing. We'll see. Anyway, that is it for this final roundup of 2017. Let us know what you think of all these stories in the comments down below. To make sure you get videos from us every day for the rest of the year and a whole bunch of news in 2018, make sure you like this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful next couple of days. Like I said at the top, we will still have videos coming out, really wrapping up 2017. Think of them as almost like mini podcasty discussions about what we loved, what we hated, what we're anticipating. It'll be a lot of fun. And so check those out, and we'll see you guys next year. Thanks to Sherry's Berries for sponsoring this update. Christmas is so close, you guys, so why not treat your loved one to something sweet? Give the gift of dipped strawberries that will satisfy any sweet tooth. Sherry's Berries offers a dozen berries dipped in white milk and dark chocolatey goodness, starting at just $19.99 plus shipping and handling, and you can set the delivery date when you order, and then bam, all settled. Or if you want to make sure there are a few spares so you can snag some too, you can double the berries for an additional $10, and they'll throw in 4 giant dipped cookies for free. You can just take those ones for yourself. Plus, they've got other holiday treats too, like snowman brownie pops, cheesecake Christmas trees, which sounds so good, artisanal chocolate truffles, which sound delightful. Who am I kidding? It all sounds really great. To get a dozen dipped berries for $19.99 plus shipping, just visit berries.com, click the microphone in the top right corner, and enter code THEKNOW in the search bar there. That'll bring up the deal, you'll have your shopping all sorted out, and you don't have to worry anymore.